The tools we have to bring our prana up, to bring our mood up, are breath, movement, and the third one I'm going to call concentration. And there are a lot of things under concentration. So that could be just really focusing on something. It could be meditation. It is anything that's not just going on autopilot. So we're going to use those three tools today: breath, movement, and concentration, to have great vitality in our bodies, to get our prana moving. So find any seat that works for you. Rest your palms down on your legs and close your eyes. Pull your shoulders up near your ears and then roll them back and down. Lift up through the crown of your head. Breathe in and out of your nose if you can. Breathing, one of the tools to open up our pranic pathways. Cultivate a steady breath here. And then bring your hands together at your heart. Make a commitment to yourself now to use the tools at hand: breath, movement, and concentration, focus, to open up your pranic pathways. When you are fully vibrant, you feel your best, and you also share some of that vibrancy, some of your own prana with those around you, especially when they need it. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. Open up your palms, release your hands back down to your legs, and then gently blink your eyes open. All right, we're going to raise the vibration here together. Let's get into child's pose. Big toes touching, knees wide. Stretch your hips back as far as it feels comfortable for you, and stretch your fingers forward on your mat as far as it feels comfortable. Rest your forehead on your mat and feel a deep sense of grounding, of becoming steady. Take a big breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth, get a little bit closer to the ground. As you inhale, raise your head, look up between your thumbs. As you exhale, lower your head back down. Inhale, lift up a little bit, look between your thumbs. Exhale, lower back down. One more time, inhale, lift up, look between your thumbs. Exhale, lower back down. This time as you inhale, take your ribs over towards your right thigh, and as you exhale, settle back down to the middle. Inhale, ribs over to the left thigh, you lift up a little bit, exhale through the middle, and then keep going using your inhale to take you to a side, and your exhale to go down through the middle. So this is almost like your torso is a hammock, lifting to one side, swinging low, and then lifting to the other side, coordinating your breath with movement. Take one more inhale over to the left, and then exhale, come down to the middle, rest your forehead on the mat, settle in, pull up some of that earth energy into your being. And then on your next inhale, lift up to hands and knees. So we're going to bring the knees just hip width distance apart. We're going to keep the tops of the feet on the floor here. As you exhale, take cat pose, round through your spine. And as you inhale, cow pose, bring your head forward and keep moving, coordinating breath and movement. And then the third piece here to raise your vibration is to concentrate on what you feel. The parts of your body where you feel stretching, the parts of your body where you feel pushing down into the earth are the parts of your body that are being innervated. The parts of your body where you're raising your vibration, raising your mood, raising your prana. The next time you exhale, press your hips back over your heels, so like child's pose, and then inhale, round up, look forward, land into a cow pose, exhale, back to cat, inhale, round up, look forward, cow, exhale, back to child's pose, lift up, and then reach the hips back. 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press back. Last time. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, press back. Hips go back. Stretch the arms forward just a little bit more. Settle down into your posture. Take one more chance to get a little steady earth energy here. And then inhale, back up to hands and knees. As you inhale, take your right arm forward. As you exhale, take your left leg back. One breath in here, exhale, knee and elbow come together. Inhale, reach forward and back. Exhale, knee and elbow together. Inhale, reach forward and back. Exhale, knee and elbow, pull in. Inhale, reach out. 2 more. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, stretch out. 1 more time, pull in. You're going to stay pulled in here. 5 times, pulse your foot up towards your hip. So that's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch all the way out, and then hand down, knee down. Second side, inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, right leg back. 1 breath in here, and then exhale, knee and elbow together. Inhale, stretch forward and back. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, open up. Exhale, pull in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This time when you exhale, stay pulled in. Pulse your heel up towards your hip for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch forward and back. Hand down, knee down. Downward facing dog. Tuck the toes under, lift your hips up. Move your heels around, your hips around, your head around. Loosening up stuck energy. So if you ever feel like, something just isn't moving right in my body, just try to take gentle movement here. There's a time to be still, there's a time to move. Now is the time to move with your breath. Bring your focus right into what you're doing, where you feel this pose, downward dog, in your body. Bring your feet up to the top of your mat. You'll stand in forward bend, folding over your legs, move your head around a little bit here. Maybe shift your weight from foot to foot. And then on an inhale, rise up to stand, stand up tall, palms touch overhead. And then on your exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Remember your commitment to yourself. Using the tools, breath, movement, concentration to raise your vibration. Inhale, take your arms up overhead, interlace your fingers here, maybe keep the index fingers pointing up. Hug the biceps near the ears. Take a breath in, stretch up tall. As you exhale, arc over to the right. So you're pointing the fingers over to the right. Put your weight into your left foot. 5 times, we're gonna lift the right foot out to the side, each time a little bit higher. So that would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's as high as I can get it. Put your foot back down, inhale up. Exhale, forward bend, dive down. Take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers behind your back. There you go, keep the forward bend. If it feels right, start bringing your hands away from your back. Shift however it feels good, opening up the pranic pathways. Now would be a good time to start Ujjayi breath. It's a type of breathing where you tone a little bit in the throat so you hear that breath. And just the sound, that whooshing sound of the breath, will help you bring your concentration into what you're doing. Release your hands down to the floor or towards the floor, and then inhale, rise back up to standing, all the way back up. Interlace your fingers here, other thumb on top. Hug the biceps near the ears. As you exhale, arc to the left. You're going to stay arced over to the left. Bring your weight into your right foot. 5 times, lift the left foot out to the side. So that'll be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And then lower it back down. Exhale, forward bend. Fold over your legs again. Take your hands behind your back again. Interlace the fingers. Goofy grab, other thumb on top, changing the way the prana flows through those interlaced fingers a little bit. Notice where you feel stretching, maybe backs of the legs, across the back body, across the shoulders, maybe back of the neck. That's where prana is moving now. Inhale, lengthen out halfway. Let's flow with breath. Exhale, hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, ride the breath forward into plank. Exhale, ride the exhale down to Chaturanga. Inhale, lift up into cobra, rise up. Exhale, downward facing dog. From downward dog, inhale, right leg back and up behind you. Bend your knee and twist open. When we're holding a pose, a static pose, there's still a lot happening here. Prana is moving. Use your breath, use your concentration. Inhale, stretch your leg back behind. Exhale, lower your foot to the mat. Second side, inhale, left leg high behind you, lift it up. Bend your knee and twist open. Stretch through that left side, front of the left hip opening, left side body stretching out, prana flowing there. Inhale, stretch your leg back. Exhale, lower it to the mat. And now bring your feet to the top of your mat. You can walk, you can step, you can hop, you can handstand, you know who I'm talking to. Forward and fold over those feet. And then inhale, rise up, big breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, float down. Inhale, stretch forward. Take your vinyasa as you like it. Inhale, right leg back and up behind you. Lift it up to the sky. And as you exhale, lunge your foot to the front of your mat. Here, we'll come up to warrior 2. So lift up, notice where you're rooting, where you're grounding, what's holding you steady, and then feel an energy from that earth rising up through your being. On your exhale, side angle pose. So forearm to thigh or fingertips to the ground, roll the top shoulder back, take your head back a little bit, lifting up here. As you inhale, lift back up to warrior 2, exhale, side angle pose. A couple of breaths here, feeling that right side body stretch out. Prana is beginning to flow more freely there now. Inhale, back up warrior 2. Exhale, half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Use that exhale to power you forward, landing onto right foot and right fingers. And we're going to move from here into eagle pose. So think about keeping this spread eagle that you're in half moon pose. And as you inhale, lift up, still balancing on the right leg, cross the left leg on top and the left arm under. One breath in here. As you exhale, knees and elbows come together, pulling in, pull the belly in and up. Squeeze the inner thighs together. One more breath in. As you exhale, open out to a star shape. Still balancing on that right leg, left leg out to the side, arms stretched out. And then exhale, left foot meets the right foot, hands come together at your heart. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, float down. Inhale, lengthen forward. Find your way to downward dog. On your inhale, left leg back and up behind you. Use the muscles on the back of that leg. Lift it just a little bit higher. Lifting, yes. Exhale, lunge the left foot up to the top of your mat. Come up to warrior two. Build your pose from the bottom, nice and steady at the bottom, and then that vibration rises as it lifts up. Feel that strength in the bottom, openness at the top. One breath in here. On your exhale, side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. Forearm to the thigh, fingertips to the floor on the inside or the outside of your leg. But let's all bring the top arm right over the ear and lean back a little bit, opening the heart. Inhale here. And then exhale through your mouth, let it go. As you inhale, lift up to warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. Stay steady in that front leg. You're building energy in it. That fire you feel is prana there. Stretch through the left side body. Inhale, back up to warrior two. You'll take one breath in here and then use your exhale to take you out to Ardha half moon pose. Finding your balance and your steadiness there. You're going to keep this spread eagle that you're in and come stand up and balance on the left foot, moving towards eagle pose, Dhanurasana, crossing the right thigh over the left and the right arm under the left arm. Deep breath in here, exhale. Knees and elbows come together, belly pulls in, broaden across your upper back. Stay focused with your attention. One more breath in here, and then as you exhale, open out to a star shape. It's still a balancing pose, lifting the right leg out to the side, arms reaching up for the sky, and then exhale, lower your right foot down to meet the left, hands to your heart. We'll move on now. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, float down. Inhale, lengthen out. You take your vinyasa. Inhale, right leg back and up behind you. Bend your knee and twist open. We're going to try to stay with that right foot lifted off the ground. It might drop to the ground. We're going to try to keep it lifted. Get lighter in your right hand, maybe lifting the right palm up. Maybe the whole right hand comes off the mat, holding the balance here. And then right hand back down. Stretch that right leg back behind you. As you exhale, lunge it to the top of your mat. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Back foot down, rise up into a big warrior. Turn your palms to face forward. And as you exhale, circle your arms out wide. Interlace your hands behind your back. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, dive down, humble warrior. Fold inside that right leg. Let your head go. As you inhale, lift your head back up. Keep your hands interlaced. So we're basically in warrior 1, but hands are interlaced behind the back. You're going to slide your hands up, interlaced until they're at about your waist. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, warrior 3 variation. Balancing on the right foot. Lean forward, take your gaze forward. Lift that left leg up to hip height. And then if you're feeling it, you can stretch your knuckles straight up to the sky. Holding the balance, keeping the chest open. One more breath in here. As you exhale, gently step your left foot to the back of your mat. Open your arms up high up overhead. This is warrior 1 again. Stretching up tall. And then exhale, let it go. Hands down to the mat. One leg dog. Right leg back and up behind you. One leg vinyasa. All right, from downward dog, inhale, left leg back and up behind you. Bend your knee and twist open. So keep reaching that left foot over to the right. We're trying not to drop it down, but don't beat yourself up if it happens. And we're gonna balance. Start lifting your left hand a little off the mat. Maybe the whole hand comes off the mat. Yeah, you got it. And then left hand back down. Inhale, left leg back and up behind you. And then exhale, lunge it up to the front of your mat. Warrior one, back heel roots. And then rise up to your warrior one. Strong energy at the bottom, lighter, more buoyant energy at the top of the pose. Heart opening, lifting your vibration. Turn your palms to face forward. As you exhale, circle the arms out. Interlace the hands behind the back. Keep the chest broad. Big breath in, exhale, bow down, humble warrior. Inhale, bring your torso upright, head lifts up. Slide your hands up until they're at about your waist. Elbows pointing out to the sides, but chest stays broad here. Take a breath in, ride the exhale out to warrior three, variation, balancing over your left leg, lifting the back of the right leg high, lifting the shoulders up, breathing, focusing. And now we move. Step your foot back to the back of your mat and take your arms back up overhead. Big warrior one here, open up to it. And then exhale, hands to the mat. One leg dog, left leg lifts, one leg flow. In your downward dog. Settling in, balancing your energy. And then as you're ready, walk, step, float, handstand, your feet up to the top of your mat. Fold over your legs. On an inhale, rise up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Utkatasana, chair pose. Reach the hips down, lift the heart up. Exhale, forward bend, straighten the legs, fold over them. Inhale, lengthen forward halfway. I'll meet you in downward dog. Inhale, right leg back and up behind you. Exhale, bend your knee, twist open. This time we're going to take it over. So stay strong in the core, get lighter into that right hand, and a little bit at a time, take your right foot down to the ground, lift the heart up. Big back bend, breathe while you're here. And then on your exhale, come back around to one leg dog. Exhale, lunge your right foot to the top of your mat. Inhale up to warrior two. Just gonna land in warrior two for a moment here. And then straighten the front leg, preparing for triangle pose. So we're gonna flow through triangle warrior two and reverse warrior. So here we go, take a breath in, exhale, triangle pose. We're gonna take a couple of breaths in this first triangle pose, just to let the hamstrings open, to let you find a little bit of a back bend here, just a hint of a back bend in triangle. And then as you inhale, lift up warrior two. As you exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. This time, hands down on the inside of the front foot. Walk your front foot out towards the right side of your mat. Bring your right wrist right underneath the right shoulder. Take a breath in here. And then as you exhale, bend the elbows lower down as if you're doing a push-up. Inhale, straighten the arms back up. 4 more times. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, breath. Movement. Last one. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Concentration. Keep your hands where they are. Keep your left foot where it is. With this little movement, as you can muster, take your right foot back to meet the left foot in plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your feet to the top of your mat. Utkatasana, chair pose. It is an energy lifter, chair pose. Press into the feet, rise up. Standing back bend, lift your chest high. Exhale, hands to your heart. Second side starts with chair. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Find that rooting through the bottom, lifting through the top. And then exhale, let it go. Straighten the legs, fold. Inhale, lengthen out. I'll see you in downward dog. All right, friends, from downward dog, inhale, left leg back and up behind you. Bend your knee and twist. First option, stay right here with the one leg downward dog, maybe working on getting your left hand to lift up a little bit. Second option, flip it over. Yes, I see your beautiful back bends. That's looking great. Let the chest broaden a little bit more here. And then inhale, come back around, one leg dog. Exhale, lunge that left foot to the top of your mat. Core gets it up there, right where you want it. Come up to warrior two. And we'll prepare for a little flow here. As you inhale, straighten the front leg. As you exhale, triangle pose. Lower those left fingers to touch something. So mat, a couple of books stacked on top of one another. And then a couple more breaths to open up here in your triangle. And now we move. Inhale, lift up to warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. This time, hands come down on the inside of the left leg. Walk the left foot over to the outer edge of your mat so your left hand can be under your left shoulder. Lift your back heel up. 5 times, we lower on the exhale, lift on the inhale. So take a breath in, exhale, go low. Inhale, lift high. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Movement, breath, concentration. One more time to go low and then lift up. Get your body in the shape of a plank with as little movement as you need, taking that left foot back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, big upward dog, deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Fantastic. Bring your feet up to the top of your mat. Forward bend right here. And then last chair pose of the practice. I really mean it. I know sometimes I say it and it's not true, but this is the last one. And then push into your feet, stand up, standing back bend. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Step back a little bit so you have enough room for your hands at the front of your mat because we're going into crow pose, Bakasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lengthen out. On your exhale, plant your hands, lift your heels, widen the knees out, hug them onto your upper arms. So it's a deep squeeze in. Then the elbows look forward. Lift one foot, lift both feet. A couple of breaths. Holding the concentration, holding the pose, and then let it go. Either shoot your feet back to chaturanga or lower the feet down right underneath you and then step your feet to the back of your mat. Lower down onto your belly. Bend your right knee. Reach back with your right hand, a belt, a scarf, whatever you can find. Hug that right heel in towards your hip. Stretch your left arm in front, or left hand in front of the left shoulder. Hug that left elbow in. As you inhale, push the floor away with your left hand. Lift up into a back bend. Right heel stays close to your hip. Exhale, lower back down. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, vibration, prana rises as you find the back bend, and then exhale, lower down, let it go, release your right foot. And we'll change sides, bend your left knee, hug your left foot in. And then bring that right hand a little bit forward, hug your right arm in towards your side. As you inhale, lift up, push the floor away. As you exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, last time, lift up. And then exhale, lower to the mat. Stretch that left leg back. Get your hands in place for Chaturanga. That means your forearms are vertical. Tuck your toes under. Lift your shoulders up. Strong legs, strong belly. Take a breath in. A little bit of breath out to pull you into Chaturanga. Full breath out for plank. And then press your hips back. Downward facing dog. Bring your feet to the top of your mat. Fold over your legs. And then inhale, rise up, stand tall, lift high. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more flow here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, float down. Inhale, lengthen out. Make your way to downward dog. Breath, movement, concentration. Bring your right foot up to the top of your mat. Spin your back heel down to the floor. We're going to bring the right arm on the inside of the right leg. So I like to take my hand behind the shin and push the shin forward so I can get a little bit lower. Once you're down there, you're going to bring your hands down to the mat. Flip your back heel up. We're going to take a variation of Ekapada Kundanyasana 2. So in this variation, you're going to start taking that front foot and pointing your toes towards the back left corner of your mat. So the top of your foot will be on the ground. Look forward, lean forward, bend the elbows, lift the back leg up. Use the muscles on the back of that leg to lift it up. Good. Whatever you can manage there. And then lower the back foot back down. Unwind. We'll take a one-leg dog. Take your right leg back and up. Bend your knee, twist open. Just open the front of that right hip back up here. And then inhale, right leg back behind you. As you exhale, bring the right knee down to the ground. You're going to kick that right foot off to the right a little bit. So you're going to stand on your right hand and your right knee. As you inhale, take the left hand back behind you and straight up overhead. From here, lift the left leg up, bend the left knee, reach back with the left hand, grab your foot. This is called Kapinjalasana. Take a breath in and then exhale. Push your foot into your hand, take your head back, make a back bend here. This is a variation of Kapinjalasana. We'll do another one in a little bit. And then exhale, release. Hand to the mat, foot to the back of the mat, right foot to the back of the mat, downward facing dog. Lunge your left foot to the top of your mat. So for now, spin your left heel down to the ground. Bring your left arm, or right heel down to the ground. Bring your left arm on the inside of the left leg. Push the back of the shin forward, lower down, and then lower both hands to the mat. Now you can lift that right heel up. Look forward a little bit, and then start to pull the left toes. You're going to point the toes towards the back right corner of your mat. So the top of your foot presses into the floor, and then maybe you lift up through the back of the back leg, getting it off the ground just a little bit. Good, whatever happened there, unwind. And then a one-leg dog as you're ready. It's the left leg you're gonna take back and up, bend your knee and twist open. We're just trying to get the front of the left hip to open back up. Inhale, stretch your left leg back. On your exhale, bring your left knee to the mat. Take your left foot out to the left, like a little bit of a kickstand. As you inhale, sweep the right hand back past the right hip and straight up into the air. And then you're gonna lift that right leg up. Bend the right knee, pulling your heel in towards your hip. Reach back with the right hand, grab your foot. Breath in here, and then as you exhale, open up into more of a back bend. Take your head back, push your foot back into your hand, raise your vibration here, keep your breath steady and even, Ujjayi breath. Beautiful. And then exhale, let that go. Let's meet in a child's pose. So you've already got one knee down, take the other one down, widen the knees out, shift the hips back. For your child's pose, make your way forward onto your belly. Dhanurasana Bow Pose. Bend both knees, reach back with your hands, grab onto your feet or your ankles. Lift your belly up, prepare yourself for the intensity of the back bend by strengthening into your core. That's the belly, also the muscles across the low back and upper glutes. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lift. Push the feet back, lift the heart up, and feel where you feel strength in the pose across the back body, where you feel length in the pose across the front body. You are bringing greater prana, greater energy into those areas. Enjoy it. Keep your breath moving here. Oh, and now exhale, let it all go. Release the legs, stretch them back behind you. Take your legs a little wider apart from one another. Rest your forehead on the mat if that's comfortable for you. And then bend your knees so that both feet are in the air. And once the feet are up, windshield wiper the feet back and forth. Letting the muscles in the low back loosen up after they were so strong, helping you open up the front of the body. And then stretch the legs back. Make your way back to downward facing dog. All right, from your downward dog, side plank pose. We're gonna stand on the right hand and the outer edge of the right foot. So you do have an option to put the right knee down. We've been here and then moved it into Pendulum before, or come onto the outer edge of the right foot, sweep the left hand back past the left hip and up into the air. Maybe here, you start to lift up your top leg 5 times. So a little bit, a little more, 3, 4, 5, and then both hands to the ground, lower your knees to the ground. All fours, just for a moment before we take the second side. Big full breath in, exhale through your mouth. Downward facing dog. Side plank pose, Vashisthasana. On the left hand, outer edge of the left foot, or you can have the left knee down. As you inhale, sweep the right hand back past the right hip and up overhead. Strong and steady right here. Maybe you lift that right foot up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And then both hands down, both knees down. Take a child's pose here. Make fists and roll your wrists around one direction and then the other direction. All right, friends, we have worked ourselves up to the pose that's going to require the most prana from us. It's also going to lift our prana, our energy up the most. It's called Kapinjalasana. We did a variation of it earlier. Here we'll do a variation, a different variation, with the knee not on the ground. If you choose to have the knee on the ground, great. You're going to do what we did before. If not, come with me. We start in downward facing dog. From downward dog, side plank pose on your right hand, outer edge of your right foot. Float that left arm up overhead. And then start to lift up your top leg, bend your knee, reach back with your left hand. See if you can find your foot there. And then push the foot back behind you, opening up the chest. Deep breath in here. You can do it from your knee, that's good. And then exhale, release. Knees down to the ground. Let go of whatever just happened. Deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. You ready for the second side? Okay, let's do it. So from downward dog. You're putting your knee down, it's your left knee you put down. If you're going to be on your hand and the outer edge of your foot, it's left hand, outer edge of the left foot. Take that right arm up into the air. And then start to lift up the right foot. Take your foot back behind you, reach back with your hand, grab the foot, and then press the foot back, lift the heart open, take your head back a little bit here. Breathing, focusing, moving. Exhale, let it go. Child's pose. Hold those fists one way and then the other. All right, we're going to come onto our backs. So depending on how you want to orient yourself in your room, it doesn't matter for me. So however you want to be oriented in your room, come onto your back. Try to resist the urge to hug your knees in towards your hips or in towards your chest. Put the soles of your feet on the mat. We're going to take 2 back bends here. So as I said earlier, back bends are big poses that open up the pranic pathways, especially around the heart. We all could use a little more heart energy here. Even we could extend more heart energy out into our community. So 2 back bends here, really focusing on the sensation from your heart. First one is bridge pose. Second one is wheel. If you want other back bends, you're welcome to take any others that you like. I'll talk you through bridge now. Feet planted on the earth. That's where you get your energy from. Upper arm bones planted on the earth. Back of the head planted. And then lift up through the hips. The more you press down, the more you can lift the hips up. Maybe interlace the hands underneath. Lifting the chest open, and then focus on where you feel the opening, where you feel the strength. This is where the prana is really ramping up around you. Yes, one leg versions are welcome. Hello. And then as you're ready, start to lower on, back down. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees apart. Second back bend is Urdhva Dhanurasana, or upward facing bow, or wheel, all the same name, one pose. We did Dhanurasana, or bow pose, with our bellies on the ground earlier. Now we'll set up for upward bow. So just like you're set up for your bridge, feet on the earth, hip width distance apart. Now bring your hands on either side of your head. Fingernails just tucked right under the shoulders. Elbows pointing towards the sky. Strong legs, strong upper back. Take a breath in. As you exhale, push the floor away, lifting the chest up. Lifting through the chest. Feel the energy from the earth through your hands and feet. Feel the strength of the back body and feel that Beautiful opening through your front body. That is a flow. Keep the breath moving and then use an exhale to lower all the way back down. Rock across your back. Keep hugging the knees in, keep rocking. Let's breathe together. With me, big inhale through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. One more like that. Big inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Keep the knees drawn in. Take your arms to a T. As you exhale, take your knees over to the right and your gaze to the left. Let go of your Ujjayi breath. If you've still been using that Ujjayi, let your natural breath take back over. Ujjayi directs the breath in a special way to help you make transitions between the poses. Now we have only a few more transitions. Allow the Ujjayi to go. Let the natural breath take over. Inhale, bring your knees up. And as you exhale, take them to the left. Take your gaze to the right. Let the legs be heavy. Let the right shoulder and arm be heavy. Relax your jaw. Inhale, bring your knees up. One more hug in here. And then as you exhale, we're going to transition into Shavasana. So cover up if that will make you more comfortable in your corpse pose. And then once you've landed into your corpse pose, your version of corpse pose, allow yourself to sink into the earth a little bit more. The earth is holding you, so your front body can really let go here. Brow, cheeks, mouth, throat, chest, fronts of the shoulders, down through the arms, belly, front of the pelvis, down through the legs. Imagine a beautiful stream of energy flowing through you, all parts of you freely. That stream of energy also extends outside of your physical body. So feel that energy you've created, the free flow of it, extending out to anyone who could use your energy now.
gently reintroduce a stronger vibration through a deeper breath. The deeper breath and the stronger vibration will begin to awaken you. Start to stretch your arms above your head and point your toes. Lengthen out. And then as you exhale, roll to your side. And then from your side, come up to a seat. Bring your hands to your heart. We used the tools of breath, movement, and focus to create a greater flow of energy within us. So now let's see if we can extend some of that energy out to healthcare workers, to grocery clerks, to truck drivers, to all the people who are keeping things going, who are allowing us to be healthy or to work back into health. I hope you each have a beautiful day, feeling that vibration that you created, that raised energy, and you can take it with you all day long. Namaste.